Hey guys, Thursday, January 23rd, 2025. Let's see what the Black Widow wants to do today. So far, keep an eye at 9:30, depending on your time zone. That's central for me. Crude oil inventory at 10. And also gasoline, but definitely watch out for the president. I don't know what he's going to say, but all depending on what's going on, if he starts talking about natural gas, it could get a little crazy. So keep an eye on that. Let's go into the chart. As you can see, point of control right now, and I'm using the February contract. We are at 372. Another point of control, 391. That's the 90 degree of square of 9, and value area highs is around 406. So we get to blow through 406, 405, find support. High probability we'll probably test this pivot high of here of 420. And then you got, some here in this area. So you want to put probably a trend line going down just in case if it goes up. And then if it stalls there, maybe lock in profits. That's if we're going higher. If we go lower, we need to hold 391 and also 372. We blow through 372. Chances are maybe our wave 3 is in. We're going to be working on a wave 4 to eventually end on a wave 5. Looking at our simple glance chart, we are in Chop Fest again. Chop Fest covers 409 all the way to the 383. Once we break out of these ranges here, then we start trending or just moving out of this zone that we're in right now. MACD is still negative, but however, the trend is still up. It's just now back in chop. Bulls and bears, slugging mud. And you're above the 20, the 50, and the cloud on the short time frame. And so far, the future is looking good. Keep an eye on this pivot right here. Was at 385? Yep. Let's go into our geometry. So far, we're holding the midpoint on the APF. And we can look real quick at our FT levels. Yeah, we're way above it. This would probably be a target, 412 around there-ish. Let's go into our midpoint chart. So we're somewhere around here, and this is a February. I'll look at the March also. I think what concerns me here is the daily. The MOVO is a little negative, and it looks like it wants to break up to the downside. But the weekly is good. The daily is a little negative. The 4-hour is positive. But this will be rough right here. That 405, that's your midpoint. We could break above there, somewhere maybe around 412, 13. Be your midpoint from there in between 421. So those are the bigger targets. 405 all the way to 421, maybe in the sweet spot middle 413. Maybe we could stall here, but breaks through the midpoint. But the MOBOs are looking good. Looks like a snapback, but yeah, it's not deeper. And the trend is kind of in there. So support right now will be 389 and also our low, which is at 373. So this is going to be the area right here. Looking at our hourly, you can see that we just decided just to go sideways in the overnight session, holding at least 393. And if they do slam it on the U.S. when the EIA comes down, 386 should hold. If not, 378. If that doesn't hold, you got your midpoint right here on 381. But yeah, 378, and then this is our low. Let's hypothetically think we're gonna pop. Targets to the upside 408 all the way to 415, and then it's open skies. For us over here, it'll pretty much be this target up here, 438, 420, on the bigger targets. Let's look at the March. I'm just going to look at the 4-hour here for you guys real quick. So this is your line in the sand right now. We're having a tough time in the midpoint, which is 353 if you're trading the March. And so far, if it's going to go higher, you probably got a mini quadrant target of 359 all the way to 365. And then obviously your high here of 378. So these are the bigger targets. If they're going to slam it down, for whatever reason, 341 could be support. It could be one of these like that, or obviously the low, which is 328. That's last week's low. And there is, I don't know if there's a quadrant here. I don't know what that line is. Let's look at the hourly real quick before we end this video. So yeah, the overnight, this is our high, 353. If we're going to pop, 357 for just for today only, and 363. So the number comes out, boom, that could be a first target, second target, and then maybe get out. Worst case scenario, if they're going to push it lower, this is target to the downside or support 342, 337, and obviously our low of yesterday's range was 332. Those are the bigger targets to the downside. And the only thing I don't like is the hourly. It's already negative, but this changes quick. But so far, it's a little more on the weaker. So you got two mixed signals. You got the mobiles negative. You got the 4-hour positive. Same thing with the February and the 4-hour on the February contracts, and the 1 hour is down, up, down. So it's kind of mixed. There's no edge here. It'd be nice if both of them were positive when you're just kind of going sideways. Then the buys will be to the upside, but on the bigger time frame, it's to the upside. In the shorter time frame, it could get, you know, squeezed down to the downside. So just wait till the number comes out and see, you know, what the price action is, the flow, the incoming flow. Look at that. It's not looking good already. It looks like they're pushing it in. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on that gas.